Wow, another quadratic. Do you see the quadratic? Yeah, maybe not. Okay, let's play around a little bit here. Let's start isolating because remember, our first thing that we do, first thing we do is isolate. Okay? Second thing we do, cast. Third thing we do, absolute value to find the theta reference. Fourth thing is apply that theta reference to figure out all of the other angles, right? Okay, that's what we do. That's our procedure over and over and over again. So let's isolate this. Let's bring that minus sine x over. We got 2 sine squared x. Now, bring the sine x over, that becomes positive sine x equals to 1. Let's bring the 1 over now. 2 sine squared x plus sine x minus 1 equals to 0. Do you see the quadratic yet? If you don't see the quadratic, put an a over top of it. Put an a over top of the sine. Look, this is 2a squared plus a minus 1. Yep, it's a quadratic. So guess what? You can PSA this. If you PSA this and factor it, and again, like I don't care what kind of factoring you use to solve something like this, but I know my PSA 2s work the best, at least for me. Minus 2 plus 1 answers is positive 2 and minus 1, because positive 2 and minus 1 gives me that. Now I can go out and solve this guy real pretty like, and I can figure out what the value is going to be, right? Right. Okay, so here we go. 2a squared plus 2a minus 1, right? Good ski, good ski. Here we go. Group, 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 group. There's going to be your 2a, leaving you an a plus 1. There's going to take out a minus 1, leaving you an a plus 1. Now, what was a? A was sine. So now we can go back here and say, okay, well then I can figure this out and say this is 2a minus 1, right? Okay, a plus 1. Put in the sine. So this is now 2 sine a minus 1 sine a plus 1 equals to 0. I have 2 questions I got to solve now. So I've gone through the isolation here. Let's solve this guy. 2 sine a equals to 1 sine a equals to 1/2. Beautiful. Let's do this one. Sine a equals to minus 1. Great. Let's determine where everything is. On this one, add sugar to coffee, because of course, that's our next step, the cast rule. Where is sine positive? I got 2 spots for it, here and here. Beautiful. So I'm going to get 2 answers for this one, but check this guy out. Aha! Cast rule. Add sugar to coffee, right? Beautiful. Where is sine negative? Where is it actually -1? That's one of those quadrantial angles, right? So sine can be -1 where? Only spot is right there, right? Because think of all of the angles that we have here. This would be 1, 0. That'd be 0, 1. That would be -1, 0. That would be 0, -1. So the only spot it can be in is right here. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's keep solving this then. So if you think about it, now, going back to the original question up here, we see that it's in fact in radians. So you got to give me my answer in radians. Well, that's no problem. I can do that. Let's do this first one. If you notice, the answer is down here. So I'm going to give you this one right off the bat in radians. I know, you know, and I know that that's going to be, okay, pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. There's my first answer. Okay? Now, let's figure out these guys. Well, what's the theta reference on this? Of course, absolute value this. Find me my reference angle. Sine's 1/2. So where is sine 1/2 on our unit circle? Well, it's the shorter one, right? Sine 1/2, it's got to be a theta reference angle of pi over 6. Okay, perfect. So I have to have a pi over 6 here, and I have to have a pi over 6 here. Okay, so first one's easy because I'm just going straight up here. So my answer is going to be, in fact, pi over 6. But how do I figure out this one? Well, think about what is this angle here? Isn't that 6 pi over 6, basically pi? Going back pi over 6, it's going to give me 5 pi over 6. My two answers are, for this section, is pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, and of course, don't forget this 3 pi over 2 based on the second part of the equation. So in fact, I'm going to have 3 answers for this question. That's cool.